Do you know heartbreak is a medical condition? Wait, let me explain. Firstly, we have to first know what the word heartbreak mean and when they started using it and why did they call it heartbreak. The word heartbreak just is the word that used to represent extreme depression that is caused as a result of specifically losing something very dear to us. So it can be someone special, it can be something someone have, it can be something someone be trying to get but they don't finally get it. So at that stage, the person is known to be heartbroken or has an heavy heart. So that is what the meaning of heartbreak is. Because since when have they been using that word? The word heartbreak have been used right from the ancient period. It first appeared in an ancient Mesopotamia writing where they describe the heart at that stage. When someone is experiencing such emotional depression, they represent the heart to be breaking like a pot. And why did they represent it to be breaking like a pot? The reason why they represent it to be breaking as a pot is because they noticed that during times like that, when people are feeling extreme emotional depression like that, they do feel like symptoms of tightness in the chest, pain in the chest. Some people collapse. They shall feel that the heart is as if the heart is shattering into pieces. That's why they assume the heart at that time it do shatter like a pot. That's why they represent the heart at that period as heartbreak or broken heart, shattering of the heart, breaking of the heart. So that is where the word heartbreak came from. And how life keep going, they continue using the word to represent mostly breakup or when someone is extremely depressed. But how exactly is heartbreak a medical condition? The heartbreak as a medical condition is known as broken heart syndrome or Takotsubo cardiomyopathy or cardiomyopathy. The way it goes is that normally on a normal day, the body do produce a group of chemical known as catecholamine, and this catecholamine is made up of two chemicals known as adrenaline and norepinephrine. Those adrenaline and norepinephrine on a normal basis, what they are doing is that they are helping to regulate blood pressure as well as other function. But during times of heartbreak, that is extreme emotional depression, this catecholamine acts in a more high, or let's say in a more dangerous way than the way they are acting on a normal basis. Before we even go to what happened during extreme depression, we should know that there's a part of the brain known as amygdala. The amygdala is the one that is responsible for getting signal, emotional signal specifically. They are the one that are responsible for getting the emotional signal and processing it for the necessary action. For example, during times of fear, that is when someone is afraid, let's assume someone just look up now and he see like a tiger in front of him. So at that time the person don't know what to do. The fear will just rise up. So when that type of signal, that type of fear signal would happen, that the type of fear signal is received by the sense organ to the brain. So it's that amygdala that is responsible for receiving emotional signal. Is the one that is going to receive that signal. And the way it's going to receive it is not just going to receive it as fear. So you're going to receive it like a danger is coming. And how is a danger that is coming? It has to prepare the body for the danger that is coming. But that's why the amygdala is going to send the signal through the hippocampus. It's going to send it to the spinal cord. So how is sending it to the spinal cord like that? It's telling the spinal cord do the next thing. So what the spinal cord is going to do next is that it's going to send signal to two places. The first place is sending the signal to, at the same time, the first place is sending the signal to is the sympathetic tract. So after the sympathetic tract, at the same time is sending to the adrenal medulla through the splanchnic nerve. So the sympathetic tract is going to be releasing norepinephrine, while the adrenal medulla too is going to be releasing 80% adrenaline and 20% norepinephrine. So if it has been released like that, so the norepinephrine, that one is going directly to go and meet the pacemaker cell. If you have watched the last video, I said that the pacemaker cell is the one that is responsible for generating the electrical impulse necessary for the heart to contract. So it's going to go meet those pacemaker cell that are generating the electrical impulse that okay, I want you to generate faster electrical impulse for the heart to beat faster. Because if the heart can beat faster, the necessary response the body need to have more power to avoid this tiger, the body will get it. So I want you to beat faster. So that is what the norepinephrine is do. But adrenaline, that one is even having more long doable function, because what the adrenaline is going to do is that it's going to go through the blood to the necessary place firstly and to the heart at the right time. So when it reaches the heart like that, it's going to go to the necessary place and allow the heart to continue beating faster. But if the heart is beating faster and the necessary body response have been created, so within a short period of time, if everything have calmed down, the body too is going to calm down, the heart is going to calm down, the adrenaline is going to subside. If the adrenaline subside, the heart is going to calm down and the body too is going to calm down. That is on a normal time when the fear signal is triggered, like when someone see a tiger like I illustrated, or you see lion, or when someone is just afraid, extremely afraid, just fear. But the more the fear is, the more intense that situation is going to be. But in case of when someone is having such a high emotional depression, like the heartbreak situation that we are talking about, so this response is going to be more higher than how it is when someone just feeling ordinary fear. So this time around, if the situation has hit the person like that, the signal that is going to be coming is going to be more higher than the ordinary fear we talk about. So this time it's going to be very higher, and if it's more higher, the amygdala is going to feel more threatened, or let's say more endangered. And if it's feeling more endangered like that, it's going to send high signal to the spinal cord through the hypothalamus, hippocampus to the spinal cord. So from the amygdala, it's sending two series of intermediaries to the spinal cord. So when it reaches the spinal cord like that, the spinal cord is going to send the signal to the sympathetic tract and the adrenal medulla, just as it happened during the fear period. But this time it's going to be more intense and more higher. And if it has sent it like that, the adrenaline that is going to be produced with the norepinephrine that are going to be more higher than the other situation. And if it's more higher like that, it's going to be having more advanced response than the normal response it used to be. So since it is giving out, since the body is going to be giving out high amount of catecholamine this time around, so those high amount of catecholamine that are going to be having more advanced reaction. And the type of reaction is that if the case is more intense and the person that feel that situation, if they are more fragile, the heart, specifically the left ventricle, that one are going to feel it most, because the left ventricle is the one that deals with more blood most. For people that have watched the last video about the heart, they will understand what I'm talking about, that are the one that are feeling more, that one that are dealing with more blood. So if they are dealing with more blood, they are going to be having more adrenaline, and if they are having more adrenaline, they are the one that are going to be having more effects of this advanced response. So at the point, the left ventricle is just going to become paralyzed. If that become paralyzed, it's going to form something like a balloon. It's going to balloon out. So if that balloon out like that, it's not going to be resemble something the Japanese people used to call takotsubo. So that is why the Japanese scientists, they named that situation takotsubo cardiomyopathy. It can also be called broken heart syndrome or stress syndrome. So that is what is to happen. And if the heart are paralyzed and balloon out, so what is to happen is that the person will start feeling pain in the chest. The person is going to, some people can even collapse. So there will be high blood pressure. If there's high blood pressure, other things can start following along with it like that. And what is the thing that causes everything? All that causes it is just the high amount of emotional depression that is coming. That is what causes it. So that is why heartbreak is a medical condition, and is a medical condition that can get fatal if worst, if that reach high level. So people, it can get fatal for people that used to have heart attack, high blood pressure, or people that their hearts are very fragile. So those are the people it can get fatal for, but it's very rare for it to get fatal. It's very rare for it to get fatal. But in any case, we should just be careful with the way we interact with people, because there are some people that are fragile. So with the way you interact with people and with the way you break people trust, so just be very careful in interacting, because some people are fragile. Right, I'm going to be saying some people have a fragile heart. He has a weak heart. They have a soft heart, meaning things like that can get worse in their body if they experience heartbreak or a broken heart or high amount of stress.
Faster than how it can affect other people with more stronger heart. Thanks for watching the video. Please like and follow the list of our social media platform. So Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, everything. Just help us and like and follow. Thanks. See you in the next video.